Hello, everybody. So, the company I'm going to talk to you all today about is Tata Power. Now, before going ahead and explaining about Tata Power, let's just have a look at the power energy landscape in 2030, where India is actually poised to be at that time, right? So let's just have a look at that. So India has unveiled its national electricity plan. It aims to achieve 500 gigawatts of renewable energy by 2030 and over 600 gigawatts by 2032. The plan includes expanding the transmission network, integrating energy storage solutions, and supporting green hydrogen hubs. Now, to give you guys an idea of where we stand right now in 2024, the end of 2024, we're currently at 200 gigawatts of renewable energy. So in another 8 years, it's going to become three times more than this, right? So that's a really, really huge plan, right, as of now. Now, let's just have a look at Tata Power as a whole. What is the vision of Tata Power, you may ask? Empower a billion lives through sustainable, affordable, and innovative energy solutions. Now, before going ahead and actually seeing what the business is all about, it's really important to understand the management of a company, because if a management of a company is not good, the company is not going to go anywhere. So let's just have a look at the management of Tata Power over here, shall we? Now, guys, I won't take you through the details of all the leaders. I already went through everything about the entire bio data of all of them. And I got to tell you guys one thing. I think most of you all know who Mr. Natarajan Chandrasekhar is. He's the executive director and chairman. And Mr. Praveer Sinha is the CEO and the managing director. And everyone else mentioned over here. See, as a whole, this is a really, really highly experienced management. Everyone has over 20 years of experience in their respective fields. So Tata Power, as far as management is concerned, they've got extremely strong leadership. So I would not worry as far as leadership is concerned. This company is going to move in the right direction moving forward. Now, this is as far as the leadership is concerned. Guys, if you want to know more and more about the details, I would suggest you all to go to the Tata Power website, which is this, and read about them, right? Because if I do explain to you about everything that they've done, this video would turn out to be really, really long. So please go to the website and check out all the details, right? Now, let's just have a look at the type of business that Tata Power is into, right? So let's go to what we do. So they're into energy solutions, renewable energy, solar roof energy, easy chargers, basically chargers, easy charging, and easy home. And they're into solar energy, they're into wind energy, they're into conventional energy, hydro energy, transmission energy, distribution, and energy as a service. As you guys can see, they're into the entire landscape of energy. Tata Power is dealing with the entire game. They're not leaving out or anything. This is a complete energy powerhouse over here. So they deal with each and everything over here, right? So let's just have a look at what are the expansion plans of this company, right? We need to know, right? Not just being a Tata company, and if they don't have any expansion plans, the company is not really going to move forward, right? So let's just have a look at their major expansion plan right now. So as you can see over here, guys, Tata Power plans to invest 75,000 crores in its renewable energy expansion in India. So what does that give you guys an idea over here? So this is a capex of 75,000 crores. So the green energy of Tata Power makes about 30 to 35% of EBITDA margin earnings. Now, what is EBITDA earning margins, you may ask, right? It's interest, tax, and depreciation, right? That is the earnings before the interest, tax, and depreciation. So this is a really, really good sign, right? So they had a lot of free cash left to pay their interest based on their growth, right? So this makes it a candidate for some very, very high amount of growth opportunities moving forward, right? Now, I'll just give you a little bit of information about myself. See, I have been an investor in this company since 2021. I caught this a long time back. Now you see a lot of people investing. Now I invested way back in April of 2021. And to just give you guys a proof of my investment, I'll just show you guys right now. Now this is my investment proof. Tata Power, 390 shares at the price of 77 rupees. I bought this at 77 rupees. And the current value is 405.90. Today it went down to 400 rupees in the end. And this was my investment, 30,000. And this is what it's worth right now, 1,57,833. So that's just about my investment in the company. Now, let me take you through a few more details about Tata Power. Now, I think one of the most important things for you guys to know about a company is the fundamentals. Without understanding the fundamentals of a company, never ever invest into a company. Now I'm going to take you guys through the fundamentals of Tata Power right away. Now let's just have a look at it. Now, as you guys can see, what is its market cap? It's 1,27,652 crores. So what does that make it? It's a large cap company, right? So its current prices will be 399. It had a high of 495 this year and low of 320. So the stock P is 33.4. Is that very high? See, the 33.6, sorry. And industry P is 33.6. So it's on par with the industry P, which is really, really good. Book value is 105, which is okay. Dividend yield is 0.50. Now, I guys got to tell you guys one thing. They pay the dividends every single year and been receiving dividends for the past 3 years, and it's always on time, and they've been regular with that. So that's just to give you guys an idea about their dividend yield payment. ROC and ROE, not really good. It's at 11.1 and 11.3%. Promoter holding is 46.9%, which is all right. Profit growth is 11.1%, which is just okay, if you ask me. PEG ratio is 0.45, which, by the way, guys, is excellent. 0.45 means it is undervalued at the moment, to be very exact with you. PEG ratio should be 1 and below. If it goes anything above 1, means the company is overvalued. Below 1, this is below zero point 0.5. It means the company is very undervalued at the moment. So if you look at it, the PE doesn't tell the complete story all the time. You guys need to check the PEG ratio to understand all of this. Debt is 58,314 crores, which may seem a lot. But guys, just have a look at the reserves. It's 33,360. So that's, you really need not worry much about it. And to keep in mind, guys, this is Tata. So you don't need to really worry about all of that. Now, free cash flow is minus 590. Again, it's a very big company. It's negligible as of now. Its EPS is 11.7, which seems okay, but then I'll get to that part a little bit later. Now, guys, let's just have a look at the price history of the company quickly before going ahead. I'll take you through this very quickly. Started way back in '05. Look at the price, 32 rupees back there. And then it slightly went up, right? And then it went up and it peaked at about 157 rupees in '08, Jan of '08. And then it crashed down all the way up to 61 rupees in '09. And then it went up again to 125 rupees. And it was staying at that level over 100 rupees for a long period of time. And as you guys can see, it never went above that level till 2020. You can see that's around that COVID time. That's where this real crash took place. And it came down to around 30 rupees. In fact, 31 rupees in April of 20, right? And from there, you guys can see how it moved up. It kept moving up, 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 up. I bought it somewhere around this area. Yeah, I bought it around 77 rupees. The price I bought the company was for around 77 rupees. Right? So as it kept going up, and as you guys can see, there was a slight slowdown again for a little while. Whenever COVID kept setting in, it did tend to have its slowdown here and there. And then again, it rose up, right? And now it's at its all-time high. It hit at around 500 rupees. That was in September 2024. And now, because the markets are consolidating, it's consolidating along with the market. But as you guys can see, it's not consolidated very badly. It's still around that 400 rupee mark, right? So let's just have a look at the profits of the company, which is really, really important, by the way, guys. Never buy a company without seeing its profit margin. Let's just have a look at that right now. See, March of 2023, they had sales of 33,177. So guys, to keep in mind, they've been having sales. Not that this company has been a sitting duck. It's been having sales for a long period of time. And now, as you can see, 12 months trading at December of 2024, it's 63,489, which is almost double, which is a pretty good growth, by the way. Now, let's just have a look at net profit. 2013, it was 123. 2014, terrible drop, 12 crores. 2015, it was 457. 2016, 786. 2017, 1,100. 2018, a massive leap, 2,611. 2019, 2,606. 2020, 1,316. Again, a big drop. You can understand why that happened. 2021, again, 1,439. 2022, 2,158. 2023, 3,810. A massive leap. 2024, again, 4,280. And as of now, this year, 4,400. As you guys can see, this company has been making profit all these years, right? There was a dip here and there where they had a terrible dip and then bounced back. But one thing to keep in mind, guys, they've been making profits every single year. And post 2020, there has been an increase of profit every single year, which is a really, really good sign. And that is again a sign why the price of the stock has gone up. Another thing to keep in mind, guys, this solar boom and this energy boom theme has been playing since post COVID. And that is another reason why more investors have shown interest in this, me included in this, right? And that is the reason why the price of the stock has been going up. And obviously, the profit growth has been a lot huger. So that's again explains why it's gone up. Now, let's just have a look at the shareholding pattern. It's been 46.86 from December of 2021, and it's still maintained in September 24, which is a very good sign. Now, look at the FIIs 10.84 in December 21, and it's 9.15. Still really good. To keep in mind one thing, guys, the FIIs have been selling the stake, and they haven't really reduced much of the stake over here, which is a really good sign. DII is at 15.58%, and it's still maintained at 16.62 in September of 2024. Public hold 26%, held, sorry, into 2021, and now 27% in 2024. 31 lakh 65,000 and now 45 lakh 45,000. How many people have actually invested in this company, guys? That just gives you an idea, right? Now, let's just end it by me giving you the projection of this company. Now, guys, to be very frank with you, I have been an investor since 2021, as I'd already shown you. Now, on an average since 2021, since I've been investing, it has been going up in terms of valuation on average of between 125 and 130 rupees every single year. Okay. So, which is a decent growth. I would not call it an exponential growth. It's a decent growth the company's been having. I'm not too satisfied at the same time. I'm not feeling disappointed. It's a decent growth. It's a positive at the same time, very, very stable type of a growth. Now, guys, I'm going to give you guys my first estimation of this company of what the value can actually go up to. Now, assuming the EPS doesn't go up by much, right now it's 11.7, say it goes up to 12 and it maintains 12. This is the worst to worst case I'm going to tell you guys right now. And the price of the stock goes up by not 130, by 150 rupees every single year. Now, considering it's going to have a lot of boom in the next few years, and there are going to be a lot of other things that are going to come into the company, say it adds to maximum, say another 20 rupees more on a year to year basis. Now, if you calculate 150 into 5, that equals 750. So add that to 400 or 450. So the valuation of the company on a worst to worst scale, by 2030 can go anywhere between 1,150 and 1,250 rupees. Again, guys, this is my estimation. Now, I'm going to give you guys two more estimations. The second estimation is the upward rally sentiment target. Now, what do I mean by an upward rally sentiment target? See, there are many companies that trade at a particular PE. For example, this has been somewhere around the 35 to 40 mark. It doesn't go beyond that normally. Sometimes it goes to 45. Now, what do I mean by upward rally sentiment target? Now, upward rally sentiment meaning, see, when companies have a very big rally and when the sentiment goes towards those companies, when a lot of people put a lot of money or pump in a lot of money in that company, it can trade between 3 and 4 times above its standard P ratio. I mean, at that time, people are willing to pay 3 and 4 times the P ratio for a stock in that company, right? So where would that take it? Say, assuming it's 35 over here. So 35 into 4 equals how much? 140, right? Now, you may be asking me, now how can it stay stable at 140? Now, let me just show you the peer competition over here. Now, just look at Adani Green. It's 130, by the way, and it's at 1,054 rupees. NTPC is at 370 and just 129 rupees, right? Now, let me give you another information. Adani Green had a rally in 2022. It had gone up to almost 3,000 rupees a share. And the EPS back then was horrible. Over here, the EPS is at least okay. It was somewhere around 2 or 2.5. And you know what PE it was trading at? Over 850. So if a company like that can trade at 850, why can't this trade at 140, right? And there are many Tata companies, for example, Trent, which trades sometimes at 200, 220 PE, and it still stays stable around that area. So assuming this being a power company and goes to 140 PE, this again, guys, is an upward rally sentiment target, what I'm talking about. It can, and the EPS still stays at 12. Saying it doesn't go up much from here, right? So what does it go up to? Multiply 400 into 4. 400 into 4. That is the estimate you're going to get over here, right? So because that is 35 into 4, then that makes it 400 into 4. Meaning the estimate or the valuation of the company can go as high as 1,600 rupees, say starting from next year onwards. Now, assuming this goes up from next year onwards, I'm not saying it will definitely go up to this valuation, but since it has a capex of 75,000 crores, there are a lot of growth opportunities that can take place over here, guys. Don't rule that out over here, right? We don't know when it is going to rally. So, assuming that this plays out in a very good way, there is a high possibility that the valuation of this company from 2025 onwards, because guys, they are also going to set up 10,000 EV stations by next year as well. So you can't rule that out as well, right? Now, assuming all these things come to pass, right? There is a high possibility that this company can see a very big rally starting next year onwards. After the economy and everything sorts itself out, it can see a really, really big rally from next year onwards also. This is a best case scenario I'm talking about, where the valuation of the company can go fourfold more than this. If the sentiment towards the company is very high and if people are very much wanting or comfortable in paying a very high PE for the company. So valuation can go as high as 1,600 rupees. Now, my last estimate is the upward rally sentiment target of 2030. This is assuming the EPS now is at 11.7. Assuming that the EPS in 2030, say, now how I assume that you must be saying, right? See, Tata Power has already given a growth guidance, right? In their previous uh, presentation, they made a clear growth guidance that this company will make an estimated net revenue of 10,000 crores by 2030. So if it goes to 10,000 crores, and knowing Tata, they will do it most likely. So what will happen if it goes to 10,000 crores of net profit? Right now it's 4,500 and the EPS is at 11.7. Now assuming it goes to 10,000 crores, the EPS will be somewhere around 24, 25. So if the EPS is around 24, 25, that will bring down the PE ratio, right? Obviously at that time, right? So if we do all, I just did a bit of a calculation, right? And if the PE goes up to 140, 140, this is again, I'm telling you, rally sentiment target again. This is the best to best case scenario what I'm talking about over here, right? This is the best to best it can come to. That is again considering the EPS goes to 25 and the net profit is at 10,000 crores. By 2030, you just need to double this valuation of 1,600 into 1,600. So the estimation, guys, can go anywhere between 3,200 and max to max 3,500 rupees a share. This is the maximum valuation the company can go up to in the year 2030. Right, guys? So I've given you guys the estimation. Now, let me make one more thing very clear in front of you. I'm not a SEBI registered analyst. So my estimations can even go wrong. These are my predictions. And as I'm an investor in this company, I plan to stay invested all the way till 2030. And if I see momentum go beyond that, I may even keep this company beyond 2030. Right? So I'm making it very clear in front of you guys, making it very transparent in front of you guys what it is that I plan to do regarding this company. Right? So these were my estimates of Tata Power. See, guys, I see a very bright future for this company, Tata Power. And keep in mind one more thing, guys. This is a Tata company. They will make sure they execute everything that they say, right? Tata has always been like that and they will continue to be like this. And the management team is really strong and they will execute as they say. Now, can you guys one thing? Don't expect, exponential growth. You may see these exponential growths in these small cap companies, right? That are, not even a tenth of the cap of this company and see it grow at a very big pace. But guys, I got to tell you one thing about companies like that. When a company grows at an exponential rate, what happens is if it goes at an unusual valuation, now what happens is the market will correct it. And when it corrects it, it can go down to less than half of its value at that time. So does that make any sense? See, if you look at this company, it's kept going up and up and up and up. If you look at the growth trajectory, it's just been going up. And even when there's a correction, it just slightly goes down and comes up, slightly goes up and comes up. So it's actually protecting your capital if you look at it in that way, right? So guys, as far as my estimate is concerned, Tata Power is a very good future growth company. And it's a high recommendation of anybody who is wanting to accumulate shares in this company. Now, what is the right time to accumulate shares in this company? Guys, 400 rupees right now, I think is not a bad time to accumulate shares. And again, guys, this is not a buy or sell call. That I leave it up to y'all, the quantity or how much you want to actually buy in this company. It is up to y'all. But right now, it's not a bad time because it's almost 100 rupees less than its all-time high as of now. So this is a very good time to actually start accumulating shares in this company, because I'll tell you guys one thing very clearly. Once everything starts sorting out in the market, that should be probably by April next year, the price of the share is definitely not going to stay at this price, because I'm pretty sure about one thing. Its profit is obviously going to increase as compared to last year, and that will obviously bring up the EPS and then again take up the valuation of the company. So if you guys do want to start accumulating shares in this company, price is right now the perfect time to start accumulating, right? Anyway, guys, take care and you guys have a wonderful day ahead.